Welcome back to today's tutorial on the hair stroke, and I will particularly show how to create a 3D strokes to make sure your pattern looks flawless. So let's dive in. First of all, before I will show this on latex, I want to show this on my iPad for you to know what to focus on. So if you look at each stroke, you will realize that inside we have a thicker, more color than at the upper parts. And how to achieve this, I will show on the latex. But every stroke, and that's your goal, is to be able to do very light, and then in the middle more darker and thicker, and at the upper part light again. So just to want to repeat this one more time. So very light and then darker and then light again. So this part is actually just adding more passes on the stroke versus these. And I will show in a minute how to do this on latex. So to be able to create very light starting point for your hair stroke, you need to have a wider movement and slower speed. And then when you reach the middle part, you need to do more passes, more times. And then exit with few passes, but wider move. So again, just watch my movement. More passes at the same place and exiting. Again. More times, and then few times but wider movement. You see, I do this pre-draw in air. I make this movement just to make sure I am starting at the right place, so I don't point into the latex and do this. So it's not doing this. I am in the air, just marking my movement and starting. This way I avoid having these lines, because this way you're just going to create a dark saturated beginning. So you can try this movement as well. Now more times and slower. And I want you to ask you, do you see the difference how I started and how I do in the middle? If there's any particular difference that you spotted. Hopefully you did notice that at the beginning and at the end, my hand speed was way faster than it was in the middle. So the places that are darker, I'm slowing down my hand movement. And then parts that are lighter, I'm again making my hand speed faster. So if I were to create very light pixelated stroke, my hand speed would be fast and wide. So I can show you pixelated stroke, wide movement. This will be very natural pixelated line. I hope you found it useful. I actually do want you to comment your questions under this video. Also, if you try different techniques on hair stroke, you can absolutely tag me on Instagram, beauty_. I will reshare it to my stories. I will also comment if there's anything I can help you with to improve. So you can absolutely do that. And again, practice makes things perfect. I will repeat this in every video because I do want you to practice. Get your hand used to this movement. It takes a lot of time to get used to the hair stroke technique. It's not easy, but it's so worth it. It's so beautiful. So I will see you next week on Beauty_Tutorials show. And again, ask me questions, anything you want under this video, and see you next time. Bye-bye.